So the first layer was some cardboard, some mulch, and that was hopefully to prevent grass from growing up. Although I think these beds are going to be thick enough that I shouldn't have to worry about grass growing up. But it'll eventually break down and become soil underneath. And then this next one is just old compost. This is just chicken bedding, chicken manure that's in the bedding, and feathers and all that stuff. And then a lot of like the garden waste thrown on top there, and it's all been kind of composted down. It could still compost down. I could sift it out, but I ain't too worried about it. So I'm throwing all that on the bottom. And then the other stuff was from some other raised beds. So it's kind of a mix of bought potting soil and then finished compost. And that's gonna be my top layer. And then I planted everything, and then I'm gonna throw straw on it to try to prevent weeds from growing up. So this is the final product here with plants planted. A couple weeks down the road, I've got my little trail started here, and I'm going to do some more stuff to this with the entrance and all that. And in the front here I want to have beds and just make this whole backyard area sort of a food forest. It's not going to really be much of a forest because I don't have any like bigger trees back here, but I'm possibly thinking about making some smaller like fruit bearing trees. But for the most part, it's just a place where you can walk around. And I just noticed here we have a cucumber, good sized cucumber coming, which is pretty cool. I just now noticed that. Those are the Boston pickling. But as you can see, we've got our cucumbers and our loofah back there, right there, starting to climb up the trellis. And so hopefully here in a couple weeks, this whole trellis will be covered and shaded. And then we got some other little side plants back here, some dill over here, and some other herbs. I forget what that is, but some other herbs and stuff that is going to be like, you know, it's right here. Our deck is right there, so we can come right out the kitchen and we can get our herbs and grab stuff that's fresh and ready to go like cucumbers or whatever, if we need to slice a cucumber on a salad, we can come out here, grab a cucumber off the vine, and then go in there and slice it. So it's kind of a cool little area. I did this farther back, and I liked the concept, but it was just too far away and the chickens were getting into it. So now I've got everything inside of my fence. As you can see, you know, I went from having a big unproductive garden that the chickens, I was constantly chasing the chickens out of, and now I've got a smaller garden that's already producing more vegetables, and it's protected from the chickens because it's inside. I got my rabbits on the inside, and they're right next to the garden, so I can just immediately take their poop and put it right on the garden. I got, you know, my trellis system and all that set up for more veggies. You know, I can just basically add on all these mineral pots and these bigger potted plants, bigger potted tomatoes. They can all stay in here. They can be close by. They're close to a water source. They're close to the kitchen, and they're guarded away from the animals, you know, and then the kids are all out here and stuff. We can relax out here. And the fence does a little bit for the bunnies, keeping the wild rabbits out of the garden. Although I think I do have a few that have gotten in here, but for the most part, they stay out. So having all of the food inside the fence in the backyard, and then the animals, the sheep, the ducks, the chickens, and all that, and the pony, they're all outside of the backyard fence. And so keep them separate is really been working really well. So right here we have our cucumber plants, and then underneath here we have some little rabbits that have made their home in here. It's kind of cool. Just kind of hanging out in there. I'm guessing their mother comes and feeds them our milk or whatever when she can, but otherwise they're pretty safe in there. Kind of neat.